Okay, so we're now joined by Cathy Smith, who's been moderating the various panels discussions over the last couple of days.
Hello.
And Julia Graham. So you've just come out from the brokers panel. How was it?
Well, I think all three panels, the risk manager panel yesterday and the insurer panel this morning and the broker panel today, have worked just as we wanted to, building a theme of developing discussion across the 2 days. So from that point of view, very pleased indeed. And I was never really expecting to come out with a right answer about anything, but what it has stimulated is debate and discussion on the key issues at a very senior level, which I think has been brilliant.
And Cathy, as somebody not directly involved in the industry, has been insightful for you?
Absolutely. I mean, what I found really intriguing was that the big issue that came out was the whole business of the willingness to pay claims, which is obviously the big key part of the insurance industry. That's what it's all about. But what's been great about this clearly is a desire for good communication, for the three sides of this partnership to get together and talk, and that's what's happened at this forum. And it's sort of laying the groundwork, you feel, and you hope, for further better communication. And communication really is the key to this sort of relationship.
So you think there's ultimately, with the three separate discussions coming out, there's a unity of interest rather than any form of divergence?
Yeah, obviously there's divergence. There's always going to be, isn't there, in these three parties. They've all got their own sort of axe to grind, if you like, but they should in the end be moving in the same direction. And you got that sense that there is this willingness there, which is great.
And there were some common issues. For example, one theme that came out through all three sessions was a need, for want of a better word, to modernise and be more innovative, but not to forget the great knowledge and traditions on which the insurance and risk management professions are based. So don't throw away the good things, but if we're going to keep up in a faster and riskier world, you've got to be a bit more innovative on what you do with your knowledge from the past and this enormous and very valuable amount of data that is sitting there, I think, to be used perhaps more effectively than we have in the past.
Well, I know, because you've got the whole speaker themes of educating, inspiring, influencing.
Yes.
So you get in the feeling that's all come out over these three sessions.
I've been very pleased with that.
Yeah,
You, Cathy, I think it has come through.
Absolutely, and I think that what you're saying about innovation was, I mean, that really has just been threading through every single conversation. And we're talking about the sort of the new sort of people that will be coming into the insurance business potentially, because you need new skill sets for the future. And it's not, we've been laughing really, saying it's not necessarily going to be all men in grey suits in the future, because those aren't, it's a different type of person who understands analytics and who can really deal with this sort of massive data that's going to, I was going to say revolutionise the business, but in fact we were talking not so much revolution but evolution was the sense, wasn't it?
And we talked about young professionals coming through. Well, you're going to have the young professionals as we know them today, but as Cathy says, the other thing that was coming out were the new professionals. If you're an underwriter, a broker or a risk manager involved in the area of cyber, you need people with skills in that area who are going to come in to the business to help you. So there's a whole wealth, I think, of new opportunity, actually. If we get it right and promote it right, we could attract some very interesting talent into the business, I'm sure.
So putting your FERMA hat directly on, what do you take out of the sessions? Is there anything you'll take back into your FERMA thinking?
I'm going to take a lesson from one of the insurers this morning, where he said how to be a hero. It's going to be an expression that sits in my mind, because there was a very strong message for the risk managers that there's a lot of opportunity for the risk manager to raise their profile in their organisations when they go back, but we've got to raise our game. And if you're going to be a hero in your business, you've got to be sure that when you raise your head above the parapet, you don't get your head shot off, that you know what you're talking about. And I think that's key. So I'm going to go back and learn how to be a hero, I think.
Oh, you already are, Julia. As the new president.
Oh, well, we'll see.
So we're going to expect the cape at any time?
I think it's a great thing to think about, actually. It's quite inspiring, and this is what this event is all about. It's feeding you with knowledge, networking to new and old friends, and sending you back with a skip in your step, inspired. That's what
Oh,
it's
there
all
we go.
about.
Well, that's a lovely sentiment to finish up on. So, thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.